You can't even imagine what we went through.
But other than that, I think that's it.
I started at the age of 12. My first jail time was 3 days at the age of 12.
People in Americas and Sumter County has no idea what we went through because they didn't know. They did not know, and no one can talk about that stockade but these girls.
I knew that was back there.
Okay, can we go in?
Yes, ma'am, it's open.
Okay.
You going that way, you go in this way. Yeah. Okay.
We were going that way.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
In the city, during that time was a very violent civil rights movement that started, and we were protesting as children.
My grandmother started taking me to mass meetings out in the country, and going with her, I became very concerned about the issues, not being able to eat in restaurants, not being able to drink out of the same water fountain. Those type things were just injustices.
I was told about a mass meeting, and I asked, what is a mass meeting? It's a gathering of people. We're going to come together and we're going to talk about the situation that's going on right here in Sumter County, Americus, Georgia.
I attended mass meetings for over a year before I, went to jail.
And how old were you in 63?
I was 13.
On the day that I was arrested, we was marching at the Martin Theater. There was a white side at the Martin Theater, and there was a black side. They refused us of tickets to purchase. Evidently, the young lady who was selling the tickets must have called the police department. All of a sudden, we had a rush of policemen coming down to that area.
This wasn't here. The bathroom wasn't here. It was one toilet back here on the side, and then it was a dripping shower here. But this was our home.
I joined the demonstration over at Allen Chapel. When we got there, we knelt down and prayed in front of the police station. And when we knelt down to pray, Chief Chambers came out and asked us to disperse, and we did not. So they herded us like cattle.
I thought we were going to jail in Americus. No, they sent us out of town to Dawson, Georgia.
Transfer truck, a 16-wheeler, waiting for us at the back of the jail. And they put us on that dog transfer truck, and we had to stand up all the way to Dawson.
But the moment they closed that back door, it was dark. We couldn't see one other in that truck.
This was our home. This was our home.
For 45 long days.
This was our home.
Well, this is the first time I've been back. This is my first time back down here. Even when Essence magazine came, I didn't come.
Me?
What's it like?
That's all right, baby. That's all right. It's genuine. Parents knew that we was in Dawson, but now you're moving us from Dawson. Nobody know where we are. We didn't even know where we were.
So we were pushed in this dirty stockade, old stockade that had been closed down, I assume, for years and years, with no facility, no bed, and no water, no commode, no running commode. We slept on the hard, cold cement floor.
When we got there, we were put in a sweat box overnight with a 12-year-old there. Can't understand it. Like you go to prison and what they call it when they put you in the hole?
Right.
That's what this was. It drained all the water from our bodies. And when we walked out, the floor was full. There was a puddle of water on the floor.
Only one guard, an older gentleman. We call him Pops. His last name we found out was Mr. Countryman, that wore beat-up overalls. One of the girls was so small that the guard would take her out.
He would take her over in the room with him and feed her. Sandra. Sandra. He would feed Sand and give her a little stuff, and she'd come back and share.
And while she was there, Mr. Story, the dog catcher, would come, and he said, your parents need to know. And so he went around on Sunday morning to the parents' house and let the parents know where their kids were. When I first came back, I still didn't shed no tears. But my cousin Sandra, she come out there and she drive down here and sit on the lot out there. And the workers used to come out there and check and make sure she was all right. She said she feel like a piece of her was always left here.
One of the stockade young girls who was sitting on the floor in the picture that you see. At the time, she did not know, we did not know, that she was pregnant. She had no idea. But today she has a healthy son who's a veteran, thank God. When we got out of the stockade, school had already started. Nobody greeted us or had any kind of reception when we got out. Everybody went back to their own little environment.
Right. So we never talked to each other about it. We never said a word. Nobody ever said anything to make us feel like, they were going to help us come up to par.
I don't know. It's just something that looked like it was just closed. It was just closed, and none of us. It was just everybody just shut down. And my mom would just cry, because she was so worried about me. And as she would try to talk and everything, she would ask me something. I just run out of the house. In fact, I go get under the house.
We want this to serve as a good lesson for our children all over the world, not just here locally. And I feel like, that nomination will help us bring closure to some of the things that we've been searching for.